Welcome back. Lesson 2. And right from the start, let me say something about the sky. The sky at the North Sea, anywhere along the flat, windswept coast, is almost never what any tourist agency would have you believe. Sometimes it's a bad grey, sometimes it's this milky white that makes you feel like someone put the sky on low battery. And sometimes it absolutely explodes in yellows and orange that wouldn't make it onto any postcard because nobody would believe they are real. And that's exactly what I love about it. Color here is honest. It's not performing for you. It's not trying to look good. It just is what it is. Wind, weather, mood, all of this visible in the light. That's how you get to use color today, not carefully, not by the rules. However it feels right now on this particular day. Let me take you back for a moment to the end of the 19th century, because the art world Van Gogh was born into was about as relaxed and experimental as a Monday morning at a tax office. The Parisian salons were the gatekeeper of everything. If your painting got into a salon, you were an artist. If it didn't, you were nobody. And the salon had very clear ideas about what good painting looked like. Mythological scenes, perfectly rendered bodies, historical battles, moral allergies, everything technically perfect. Everything safely grand. Gold frames, serious faces. Landscapes? A tree? A sky? That was, at best, background. A setting for the important stuff. The gods, the kings, the heroes. As a subject in itself, landscapes were considered lightweight, unserious, not quite art. The academics taught students to draw from plaster casts of Apollo and Venus. The message was clear. This is what beauty looks like. Go outside and look at an actual tree? Eccentric. Paint an actual sky because you find it interesting? You clearly don't understand what real art is. Caspar David Friedrich had already pushed back on this decades earlier, painting fog and vast empty landscapes and human figures with their backs turned tiny against an enormous world. A lot of people found him bleak. He didn't care. He knew a horizon could be more honest than any mythological hero. Then, 1863, the Salon de Revousie, the Salon of the Rejected. Napoleon III, in a moment of either great openness or great amusement, let all the rejected painters show their work anyway. And in walked Monet with a naked woman having a picnic, no wigs, no mythological excuse. Just a woman having a picnic. The public was outraged, the critics were furious, and the world understood that something had shifted. And then there was Van Gogh. No salon stamp, no academy, no permission from anyone, just him outside in the fields with colors nobody had authorized. Yellow next to yellow, red against red, blue against green, explosions rather than decoration. His skies weren't backgrounds, they were the whole feeling of the painting. The weather inside him made visible on the canvas. He wasn't alone in this rebellion. Gogh was using pink and green in ways that had nothing to do with what he actually saw, because he wasn't interested in what he saw, he was interested in what he felt. Seurat was placing dots of pure color next to each other and letting your eye mix them, almost like he'd invented pixels a century earlier. Monet was standing at the edge of rivers with cold fingers trying to catch light rather than objects. The impression of a moment rather than the exact appearance. All of them had stopped asking permission. All of them had decided that color was not a decision or a description, but a language. Van Gogh's Starry Night, you know it. Everyone knows it. The swirling sky, the blazing stars, the village below. It's not a realistic night sky. It is a felt night sky. A night sky that had passed through Vincent's nervous system and come out the other side, transformed into something almost physical. You can feel the movement of it, the cold of it, the overwhelmingness of being a small person under a very large universe. His sunflowers, yellow on yellow on yellow. Almost too much. Exactly the point. He didn't want you to look at them calmly. He wanted you to feel the heat of them. He wasn't trying to please you. He wasn't trying to match anything. He was just trying to paint. And the color was the most honest tool he had. So here's your invitation for today. Your sky at the seashore can be pink. It can be orange. It can be that particular shade of almost purple that appears sometimes just before a storm. Your sea can be green. Your sun can be violet. Your lighthouse can be red. If your sky wants to be pink, let it be pink. Let it be purple. If your sea looks like a green smoothie, wonderful. We are at the North Sea. No color wheel applies. The question is not what color is it really. The question is what color does it feel like today. Van Gogh would have said, more yellow, add more yellow. He almost always thought more yellow. And Caspar David Friedrich would have said, finally, someone who doesn't need a reason to be honest. One last thing before you paint. Your painting doesn't need to prove anything. It just needs to be loud enough that you can feel it. That's the whole assignment. Feel it. Put it on the paper. Let's go.